Welcome back to Jersey Matters. I'm Larry Menti. If you've never been to Camden, New Jersey to visit the Battleship, New Jersey, you don't know what you're missing. I've been several times and I've loved it. Here to talk more about it is Clark Perks, who is the development director of the Battleship, New Jersey. Sir, thank you for coming. There's no more battleships that are commissioned. There's been a long time since we've had a battleship at war, but they used to be an important part of our military. So this is a trip back into military history. Talk a little bit about the highlights of the Battleship New Jersey specifically.
Sure. The Battleship New Jersey is the largest, it's the longest battleship ever built. She's longer than her three sister ships. She's 20 feet longer than the giant Japanese battleship Yamato. She was launched on the one-year anniversary of Pearl Harbor on December 7th, 1942. She was commissioned in 1943, and she is the only U.S. battleship to have fought in World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, and in the Cold War, Lebanon, and the Persian Gulf in the 1990s.
Wow, and I read somewhere that it was the first battleship to launch Tomahawk missiles. And when you go on, I'm sure that must be a replica, right? That's not a Tomahawk missile you see on there.
Well, it is a Tomahawk missile. It's a non-functioning Tomahawk missile, but yes, the Tomahawk missile launchers are still on the ship.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's my kids were blown away by that. Also reading about the Battleship New Jersey, one of the things that struck me is that you want to take a trip with it. Yes. In the near future.
Yes, the ship is going to need to be dry docked for regular maintenance in the upcoming years. So at a certain point, we're going to take the ship down the river back to the former Philadelphia Navy Yard, where she'll be dry docked right where she was born in 1942 when she was launched. And then she'll be coming back up the river to her home in Camden.
Take me to the ship for a second, and for people that have never been there, what will they experience?
Well, they will experience the pinnacle of battleship construction. The ship has 9 16-inch guns. That's her main artillery. They are the most powerful naval artillery ever built. Each one of the shells that those guns fires weighs 2,700 pounds, which is as much as a Volkswagen Beetle. And the ship can fire those shells 23 miles. She also has, as you pointed out, a lot of modern weaponry like Tomahawk missiles, the Phalanx close-in weapon system, or Sea-Whiz. She has 5-inch guns on the ship that we still fire. You'll see all of those things, but the tour takes you all around the ship. It takes you up 5 levels. You see the captain's cabin and the bridge and the combat engagement center. It takes you down 2 levels. You see the mess halls and the berthing areas, the brig, the barber shop. It's really a floating city. Right,
and it's important for people to realize, because I don't think a lot of people realize, which is why some people don't go, is you go inside. You get to spend as much time as you want on the ship. You get the tour around. You can go either on a tour or you can go off on your own. And the fascinating thing is that a lot of people that volunteer have served on that ship and or other ships and can tell you all about life on those ships. So everybody, it seems like all the volunteers are a piece of history themselves.
That's right. We have many volunteers and many employees who were either Navy veterans, and many of them have served on the ship itself. So, you know, one of the things that is important to us is keeping alive the stories of the 55,000 sailors and Marines that served on the ship over almost a half-century. And a lot of times our guests are hearing those stories directly from the men who served on the ship. We have veterans who are employees and volunteers going all the way back to World War II.
Thank you so much for keeping that piece of history alive. I actually think it's extremely important that we honor the past and we remember exactly what it took to keep us free. So thank you so much, and I thank the volunteers. Are you a veteran yourself, by the way?
I am not. My father was a Navy veteran of World War II.
Oh, well. God bless him. Please give me more information, and anybody that would like to go down, how would they find out about a visit, and what are some of the events coming up?
Well, simplest way is to go to our website, battleshipnewjersey.org. We are open for tours on weekends starting Saturday, February 6th. And we are located in Camden, 62 Battleship Place. The tour ticket prices range between $17 and $32. I'm sorry, $17 and $30. We also offer overnight encampments. Kids and Adults can stay on the ship anywhere from a group as small as 1 adult and 1 child to 250 adults and children.
Wow.
Can spend the night over the ship. They eat dinner in the mess hall. They sleep in the bunks where the sailors slept. And in the morning they get up and eat breakfast in the mess hall.
Wow, what a great experience that is. And I know just from my 11-year-old son that children suddenly again are fascinated with World War II and fascinated with our past and fascinated with our battleships. And so I would imagine if you have a child, this is a great place to take them. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
And to talk about it. And please come back, especially when you have events coming up. When we come back, a well-known prosecutor in the state of New Jersey is retiring. As a matter of fact, he has retired. We'll look back at his illustrious career when Jersey Matters continues.